Hey gang, this is a contest entry for Rez. I'm 64-page special. She wants you to subscribe to her on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'm not on Facebook because it's a cesspool. I'll subscribe on Instagram, and I'm already following her on Twitter. She wants to know our 3 favorite artists. Well, I'm going to go Jack Davis, Jack Kirby, and Jack Cole. Now, these guys are all masters. They're masters of form, of shape, of rhythm, of characterization. There are other great artists, like Crumb transcends characterization, but he doesn't meet the other requirements for a great artist. He's a great artist, but he doesn't meet these specific other requirements. Frank Frazetta transcends form. You look at his images, and you're just intoxicated by the form. But these 3 guys, they have all those things. Like Jay Lee is great at shapes, but is he great at characterization? Is he great at rhythm? These 3 guys, are masters of all the things that cartooning is about. Okay, so she wants to know our 3 favorite writers. And I'm up to that challenge. Oh. So many things. So, I'm going to go again with Jack Kirby for writer. I'm going to go with Dan Clowes. I'm going to go with Alan Moore as well. So, Kirby, a lot of people don't like Kirby's writing, and a lot of people don't like Kirby's art. It is this acquired taste, maybe. But I was just reading an interview with Barry Windsor Smith, and he was saying, oh, he's extolling the virtues of Kirby. And he's saying, oh, he's so great at this, he's so great at that. Too bad his writing's so childish. Like Little Red Riding Hood, that's so childish. It's not a warning against oncoming fascism. Pinocchio's so childish. It's this childish little tale of being spiritual, rejecting ideology, going down to the bottom of the ocean to save your father. It's so childish. Kirby, the Forever People 11 is so childish. It's not about the dangers of psychosexual repression. You have Infinity Man in this warm, wet paradise, banging up against this barrier, trying to assert himself. Mother Box raises for the ritual. Infinity Man shoots out of Mother's box and attacks Devil Lance. That's so childish. It's not psychosexual at all. I'm just saying that Kirby, despite the fact that he has an entire magazine devoted to him, he's unexamined in terms of his writing. I think that he's a significantly better writer than most of the guys at the same time. So Clowes, Johnny Zero recommended like a Velvet Glove Cast in Iron and David Boring. I'd recommend Caricature and Caricature and Icehaven, which I also have right there. They don't have the intoxicating images of the other books, but they have a more solid story. And then you've got Alan Moore. You just need to read From Hell and Badrock versus Violator, and, you know, he's a good guy. You want to know what are our 3 Holy Grail books, and you define that as, what books would you take with you to a desert island? And I would take, I'm going to cheat just a little, because I'd take the Comics Journal 200, because it's so thick, I could just read it on a desert island. I'd take The Untold Legend of the Batman, because it's got a freaky ending. This story is about, it's essentially about Batman trying to kill himself, so it's pretty entertaining. I could go into more detail on that, but I won't. I'd also take this giant thing that won't show up on camera. It's the Smithsonian Collection of Newspaper Comics. It covers everything from the earliest days through to Broomhilda. And you want to know 3 books that we want to get. 3, like, I don't think in those terms for some reason. I'm not really, I just don't have the collecting instinct. So I'm going to be a scumbag and say the 3 books I want are Action 1, Detective 27, and Amazing Fantasy 15, because I could just flip them in a weekend. I just take the money instead of the comics. I have reprints of those comics. Why would I need the originals? I can't touch the originals, because it would debase their value. And you want to know what other things we collect. And I sort of, almost, kind of, but not really, collect toys. Not exactly, but when I see guys like this, I just pick them up if they're cheap. I don't put them with my childhood toys, though, because I don't want them to taint my memories. I look at a childhood toy and I remember this, I remember that emotion, and that Christmas I remember the fact that Derek down the street would buy the other toys around it to try to get to know me. He'd want to be my friend. Oh, you want to come over and play with your toy that I have the other toys of? And I'd be like, fuck you, man. I have all those memories. But then the memory of this is digging it out of a bin and handing a lady a toonie, and she gave me change and I left. That's my memory. You know, I don't want to taint my childhood memories with that horse shit. And another thing that you want is, it's an unofficial regulation, but you want us to show our faces. And no, I don't use my real name on here, so I'm not gonna show my face. I don't want to end on a bring down, but what are you gonna do? I think I met all the requirements, and if I didn't, oh, so, oh wait, yeah, there's one more thing. You want to know why we're subscribed to you. And Comic Crack mentioned you. I subscribed. And I've been on board ever since. I didn't even get all the questions. I should have written them down. I didn't even get the genre ones. So what's our 3 favorite genres? You know, I'll go superhero, comedy, and funny animal, I guess. What's the genres we want to get into? I'm not really not into any genre, but I would actually like to get into, you know, like movie adaptations, like Johnny Zero and Comic Crack were talking about the Dark Horse Alien books, and they were talking about Dark Horse in general. And it's like, a story with a beginning, a middle, and an end. I could go for that with these properties that I enjoy. So anyway, thank you.